actually do my mock meet, but I'm about to leave to go to a powerlifting gym to do my mock meet, aka just like me maxing out on all 3 of my lifts. I'm not gonna take attempts like first, second, third. I'm just gonna go until I fail basically, or until a like 9.5 to 10 RP single. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why, since it's not a meet, it's not official. I think it's because I haven't like competed or like done something this serious in a long time. My last meet that I did was in May, high school nationals. I'm probably just gonna put the clips all in one and not voice over them, and then after I'll talk about things and all of that. So yeah. Hey guys, so I did say that I was going to like put the clips and not me talking over it. So it's more like watching the clips as I go instead of me talking over it and explaining. But because the mock meet didn't go as planned and there's a lot of things to talk about, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put the clips while I talk. And yeah, so let's just start from the top because it's good and then it gradually gets worse. So anyway, I went to this gym and it's a really nice powerlifting gym. I'm definitely gonna go more often because 1, it's nice, 2, I can make friends that way, and 3, I need practice on like actual competition equipment, and I will talk more about that later. But anyway, I'm just gonna start from the first video that I took, which is a squat, 105 kilos, 231.5 pounds. And then next I did 112.5 kilos, 248 pounds. And then I did 117.5 kilos, 259 pounds. And by this rep, things felt really heavy. I know that kilo plates usually feel more heavy than pound plates. First of all, because sometimes commercial gym plates are not actually like up to the number. Like a 45-pound plate might not actually be 45 pounds, it might be like 44 or 43. But these are like approved plates, so they actually weigh how much they say they weigh. And also, because like each plate is thin and there's like more weight per plate, like the weights are more centered instead of all spread out. So anyway, yeah. And then next I did 122.5 kilos, which is 270.1 pounds. And this was pretty hard since after that 259 I was kind of shocked on how heavy things felt, but I rethought about all of the cues that I tell myself, and then it was hard but it was smooth, so that was good. And then next I did 127.5, which is 281.1 pounds. And I'm really happy I got that. Of course my form is bad, please don't come at me for that, but I'm really happy I got this since last week I did fail 280, but this time I got it. So yeah. And this is 2.5 kilos under my max. My max is 130, this is 127.5. And then I attempted 132.5 kilos, which is 292.1 pounds, which would have been a PR, and I failed it. So squats weren't really bad. Like, not making a PR isn't bad news. It's not good, but it's not bad, you know? So I wasn't upset by squats. I wasn't upset with that number, with 281, but I wasn't like really happy about it either. I'm not gonna talk about like technique in this video, like not that much, because I have some things to discuss with my coach, and then I'm gonna come back with better answers because of course my coach knows more than me. But anyway, yeah, I failed that. And then next, let's just go move on to bench. My first video was a 65 kilo bench, which is 143.3. And then I did 70 kilos, which is 154.3 pounds, which was slow and I got stuck in the middle. And then next I did 72.5 kilos, which is 159.8 pounds, and I failed it. While last week I did a 160 pound bench single at home that was like RP6. So the reason why I failed that, and the reason why my bench press sucks at every single meet, if you go back to my videos, like every single meet since I've started benching at home has sucked. I did a meet in September 2020, a meet in December, and in March 2021, May 2021, and all of them my bench has sucked. And the reason is my bench at home is not made right. I was gonna fix my bench after my meet in May, But after I came home, my birds got sick and there was like a lot of things to do, and then I just forgot about it. Like after a month, after my birds got better, I just forgot about redoing my bench. So the problem is the foam on my bench is pretty soft. Like it's a really soft foam. It's like the foam you use to make chairs and whatever. So of course you'll want a soft foam for that. So it compresses a lot. While the padding or foam whatever thing on a competition bench is stiff. Like when you sit on it, it doesn't like suddenly just compress. So the reason why this is a problem for me is that when I bench on my home bench, when my upper back is on the bench, especially like after I hold the weight, like it compresses flat. So if this is a wood of the bench and this is like where you see the foam hits, it would like be right here because the weight is on it, so it compresses. But like on the other side of the bench where my hip is, when I bench, my hips barely touch the bench. Like that's just how I bench. When you compete, as long as your glutes are touching the bench, it counts. But I don't place my glutes down, like I don't put any weight down, it's just touching the bench. So if this is the bench, right? The foam is like right here. My back is here, my glutes is here. So I'm actually on a decline, like my glutes are higher than my back. So when I go bench on a competition bench, suddenly I'm on a flat surface instead of on a decline. And if you guys know that benching on a decline is easier than benching on a flat surface, because if your head is here and your butt is here, this is like flat benching, right? And then when you do an incline bench where your head is up, it's harder. When you decline bench, it's easier. And it's just a slight angle. And I honestly don't think that I don't have strength, like I'm that much weaker. It's more like I'm so used to laying on a decline that when I'm not on a decline, my bar path gets whack. So if I'm here and then my bar path is like this, right? When I'm suddenly flat, I'm still trying to do the same bar path because I'm using muscle memory, but then I lose my balance because I'm just used to a decline. So anyway, I think that's why my bench failed. And every single time I bench on a competition bench, like when I unrack the weights don't feel heavy. It's just like when I start moving, like when I start the bench press, I lose balance because I'm trying to use muscle memory and just do what I usually do at home, but then I'm on a different angle. So that's bench, and that's why I'm going to either redo my bench press or get an actual bench. And also I'm gonna lift at the powerlifting gym more often. I don't bench at my commercial gym because the LA Fitness that I go to, the benches are really high and also they're pretty narrow, so like my shoulders are basically off the bench, which feels really uncomfortable. So yeah, that's why my bench was trash. Next, I had deadlifts. So the first video I took was 115, which is 253.5. And I did 122.5 kilos, which is 270 pounds. And then I attempted 130 and I failed it. And then I've dropped the weight back to 127.5 kilos, which is around 281 pounds, and I also failed that. So by the time I got to deadlifts, I had a little bit of hip pain, which I usually do get a little bit when I do squats and bench, especially at such high intensities. The hip pain did kind of affect me. And then second is that I was just like mentally not good because of the bench thing, and also I was just tired, like just tired from the day. So deadlift was definitely not good. I ended with a 270 deadlift, which is like such an easy warm-up. Usually the round plates did throw me off a little bit since I'm used to the dumb hex plates from the gym, and then switching to round plates, which you're supposed to lift on round plates, it kind of threw me off. Also another thing was that 300 deadlift from last week did add on more fatigue than ideal. Like I was supposed to do an RP 8 to 8.5 single. That was definitely not RP 8 to 8.5. It was like RP 10. So that added on way more fatigue than ideal. But at least I got a 300-pound deadlift PR last week. And also another reason why I just felt really fatigued that day was because it was like legit the last day of my cycle. And because like your hormones fluctuate throughout your cycle, like the first part of your cycle you're pretty strong, and then the second part of your cycle you gradually get weaker until your cycle starts again. So literally it was the day before my cycle started that I did the mock meet, so that was my weakest day out of like the whole cycle. So yeah, that was really unfortunate that it was on that day. But yeah, that's basically it for mock meet. Me and my coach are going to make a lot of changes with working on technique, with programming, form, and all that kind of stuff. Also, I might attempt to max out on bench tonight. So today's Monday. mock meet was Saturday because like I did peak for bench and I feel like I just didn't use the peak for bench because it was definitely like me not being used to good equipment. So before I change my bench, I'm gonna try to max out again on bench. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, but yeah, I'm gonna put it in this video. After like I'm done talking, I'll put it in here. And yeah, basically that's it. Mock meet didn't go as planned, which it's better for a mock meet to go bad than an actual meet to go bad. My next meet will be at the end of March. I'm going to Teen Nationals. I can't go to college nationals because I'm taking a gap year, so I'm not technically a college student. So I can compete in Teen Nationals because I'll be 19. And yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. Hey guys, so I ended up not doing that bench redemption thing because I was warming up and then it just felt really heavy and I definitely couldn't have gotten anything higher than like 160-ish. So yeah, no bench redemption. So that's basically it for my mock meet. Not really good. As I said, I'm going to make a lot of changes going forward to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and comment down below what you guys want me to make or any questions you guys have. Follow me on Instagram because that's where I post most of my lifts first, and also subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I hope you guys are having a great day and I'll see you guys soon. Mochi!